Shri Ganapati Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to all to Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Yoga of Knowledge.
अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः साङ्ख्ययोगः। सञ्जय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः।
Sanjaya said, Shri Krishna then addressed the following words to Arjuna, who was, as mentioned before, overwhelmed with pity, whose eyes were filled with tears and agitated, and who was full of sorrow.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन।
Shri Bhagavan said, Arjuna, how has this infatuation overtaken you at this odd hour? It is shunned by noble souls, neither will it bring heaven nor fame to you.
क्लैब्यं मास्मगमः पार्थ नैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्तोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप।
Yield not to unmanliness, Arjuna. This does not become you. Shaking off this base faint heartedness, stand up, O scorcher of enemies.
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हवरिसूदन।
Arjuna said, How Krishna shall I fight Bhishma and Drona with arrows on the battlefield? They are worthy of deepest reverence, O destroyer of foes, enemies.
गुरो न हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्षमपीह लोके हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान्।
It is better to live on alms in this world without slaying these noble elders, because even after killing them, we shall after all enjoy only blood-stained pleasures in the form of wealth and sense enjoyments.
न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः।
We do not even know which is preferable for us, to fight or not to fight, nor do we know whether we shall win or whether they will conquer us. Those very sons of Dhritarashtra, killing whom we do not even wish to live, stand in the enemy ranks.
कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्।
With my very being smitten by the vice of faint heartedness, and my mind puzzled with regard to duty, I beseech you, tell me that which is decidedly good. I am your disciple. Pray, instruct me, who have taken refuge in you.
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्यात् यच्छोकमुच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमा वसपत्नमृद्धं राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्।
For even on obtaining undisputed sovereignty and an affluent kingdom on this earth and lordship over the gods, I do not see any means that can drive away the grief which is drying up my senses.
सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा हृषीकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः।
Sanjaya said, O king, having thus spoken to Sri Krishna, Arjuna again said to him, I will not fight, and become silent.
तमुवाच हृषीकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः।
Then, O Dhritarashtra, Sri Krishna, as if smiling, addressed the following words to grieving Arjuna in the midst of the two armies.
श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासो न गतासोंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः।
Shri Bhagavan said, Arjuna, you grieve over those who should not be grieved for, and yet speak like the learned. Wise men do not sorrow over the dead or the living.
न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्।
In fact, there was never a time when I was not, or when you or these kings were not, nor is it a fact that hereafter we shall all cease to be.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिस्थिरस्तत्र न मुह्यति।
Just as boyhood, youth, and old age are attributed to the soul through this body, even so it attains another body. The wise man does not get deluded about this.
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेया शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्यास्तां स्थितिक्तस्व भारत।
O son of Kunti, the contacts between the senses and their objects, which give rise to the feelings of heat and cold, pleasure and pain, etc., are transitory and fleeting. Therefore, Arjuna, endure them.
यं हि न व्यथयन्त्येते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभा समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते।
Arjuna, the wise man to whom pain and pleasure are alike and who is not tormented by these contacts, becomes eligible for immortality.
नासतो विद्यते भावः नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तस्त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः।
The unreal has no existence and the real never ceases to be. The reality of both has thus been perceived by the seers of truth.
अविनाशितु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वमिदं ततं विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति।
Know that alone to be imperishable, which pervades this universe, for no one has power to destroy this indestructible substance.
अन्तवन्त इमे देहा नित्यस्योक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्मात् युध्यस्व भारत.
All these bodies pertaining to be imperishable, indefinable, and eternal soul are spoken of as perishable. Therefore, Arjuna, fight.
य एनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतः नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Both of them are ignorant. He who considers the soul to be capable of killing, and he who takes it as killed. For verily the soul neither kills nor is killed.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
The soul is never born, nor it ever dies, nor does it become only after being born. For it is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and primeval. Even though the body is slain, the soul is not.
वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं ययेनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ खं घातयति हन्तिकम्.
Arjuna, the man who knows this soul to be imperishable, eternal, and free from birth and decay, now how and whom will he cause to be killed? How and whom will he kill?
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a man shedding worn out garments takes other new ones, likewise the embodied soul casting off worn out bodies enters into others that are new.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापः न शोषयति मारुतः.
Weapons cannot cut it, nor can fire burn it, water cannot wet it, nor can wind dry it.
अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयं अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुः अचलोऽयं सनातनः.
For this soul is incapable of being cut or burnt by fire, nor can it be dissolved by water, and is undrainable by air as well. This soul is eternal, omnipresent, immovable, constant, and everlasting.
अव्यक्तोऽयमचिन्त्योऽयं अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
This soul is unmanifest, it is incomprehensible, and it is spoken of as immutable. Therefore, knowing it as such, you should not grieve.
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि.
And Arjuna, if you should suppose this soul to be subject to constant birth and death, even then you should not grieve like this.
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येऽर्थे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि.
For in that case, that means if you consider that the soul do born and dies, then death is certain for the born and rebirth is inevitable for the dead. You should not therefore grieve over the inevitable.
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना.
Arjuna, before birth, beings are not manifest to our human senses. On death, they return to the unmanifest state again. They are manifest only in the interim between birth and death. What occasion then for lamentation?
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवद् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्.
Hardly anyone perceives this soul as marvelous. Scarce another likewise speaks therefore thereof as marvelous, and scarce another hears of it as marvelous, while there are some who know it not even on hearing of it.
देहि नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि.
Arjuna, this soul dwelling in the bodies of all can never be slain. Therefore, you should not mourn for anyone.
स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते.
Besides considering your own duty too, you should not waver, for there is nothing more welcome for a man of the warrior class than a righteous war.
यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्.
Arjuna, happy are the Kshatriyas who get such an unsolicited opportunity for war, which is an open gateway to heaven.
अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि.
Now, if you refuse to fight this righteous war, then shirking your duty and losing your reputation, you will incur sin.
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययां सम्भावितस्य चाकीर्तिः मरणादतिरिच्यते.
Nay, people will also pour undying infamy on you, and infamy brought on a man enjoying popular esteem is worse than death.
भयाद्रणादुपरथं मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतः भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्.
And the warrior chiefs who thought highly of you will now despise you, thinking that it was fear which drove you away from the battle.
अवाश्च वादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं तथोद्धुक्ततरं नु किम्.
And your enemies, disparaging your might, will speak many unbecoming words. What can be more distressing than this?
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः
Die, and you will win heaven, conquer, and you enjoy sovereignty of the earth. Therefore, stand up, Arjuna, be determined to fight.
सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जयाजयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि
Treating alike victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, get ready for the battle. Fighting thus, you will not incur sin.
एषा ते भिहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि
Arjuna, this attitude of mind has been presented to you from the point of view of Gnana Yoga. Now hear the same as presented from the standpoint of Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless action. Equipped with this attitude of mind, you will be able to throw off completely the shackles of karma.
नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्
In this path of disinterested action, there is no loss of effort, nor is there fear of contrary result. Even a little practice of this discipline saves one from the terrible fear of birth and death.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्
Arjuna, in this yoga of disinterested action, the intellect is determinate and directed singly towards one ideal, whereas the intellect of the undecided, ignorant man moved by desires, they wanders in all directions after innumerable aims.
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरताः पार्था नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते
Arjuna, those who are full of worldly desires and devoted to the letter of the Vedas, who look upon heaven as the supreme goal and argue that there is nothing beyond heaven, are unwise. They utter flowery speech recommending many rituals of various kinds for the attainment of pleasure and power with rebirth as their fruit. Those whose minds are carried away by such words and who are deeply attached to pleasures and worldly power cannot attain the determinate intellect concentrated on God.
त्रैगुण्यविषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थः निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्
Arjuna, the Vedas thus deal with the evolutes of the three gunas, modes of Prakriti, namely worldly enjoyments, and the means of attaining such enjoyments. Be yourself indifferent to these enjoyments and their means, rising above pairs of opposites like pleasure and pain, etc., established in the eternal existence named God, absolutely unconcerned about the fulfillment of wants and the preservation of what has been already attained and self controlled.
यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः.
A Brahmana who had attained enlightenment has as much use for all the Vedas as one who stands at the brink of a sheet of water overflowing on all sides has for a small reservoir of water.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भो मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि.
Your right is to work only and never to the fruit thereof. Do not be the cause of the fruit of action. Do not be the cause of the fruit of action, nor let your attachment be to inaction.
योगस्थ कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्धसिद्धो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते.
Arjuna, perform your duties established in yoga, renouncing attachment, and be even minded in success and failure. Evenness of mind is called yoga.
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः.
Action with a selfish motive is far inferior to this yoga in the form of equanimity. Do seek refuge in this equipoise of mind, Arjuna, for poor and wretched are those who are instrumental in making their actions bear fruit.
बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Endowed with equanimity, one sheds in this life both good and evil. Therefore, strive for the practice of this yoga of equanimity. Skill in action lies in the practice of this yoga.
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्.
For wise men possessing equipoised mind, renouncing the fruit of actions and freed from the shackles of birth, attain the blissful supreme state.
यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गतांसि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च.
When your mind will have fully crossed the mire of delusion, you will then grow indifferent to the enjoyments of this world and the next that have been heard of, as well as to those that are yet to be heard of.
श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समाधावचला बुद्धिः तथा योगमवाप्स्यसि.
When your intellect, confused by hearing conflicting statements, will rest steady and undistracted in meditation on God, you will then attain yoga, everlasting union with God.
अर्जुन उवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाध्यस्तस्य केशव स्थितधिः किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम्
Arjuna said, Krishna, what is the definition, mark of a God realized soul, stable of mind and established in samadhi, perfect tranquility of mind? How does the man of stable mind speak? How does he sit? How does he walk?
श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते
Shri Bhagavan said, Arjuna, when one thoroughly casts off all cravings of the mind and is satisfied in the self through the joy of the self, he is then called stable of mind, sthita prajna.
दुःखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते
The sage whose mind remains unperturbed amid sorrows, whose thirst for pleasures has altogether disappeared, and who is free from passion, fear, and anger, is called stable of mind, sthita prajna.
यः सर्वत्रानभिस्नेहः तत्तत्प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
He who is unattached to everything and meeting with good and evil neither rejoices nor recoils. His mind is stable.
यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
When, like a tortoise that draws in its limbs from all directions, he withdraws all his senses from the sense objects, his mind becomes steady.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्या निवर्तते
Sense objects turn away from him who does not enjoy them with his senses, but the taste for them persists. This relish also disappears in the case of the man of stable mind when he realizes the Supreme.
यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपस्थितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः
Turbulent by nature, the senses not free from attachment, even of a wise man who is practicing self control, forcibly carry away his mind. O Arjuna,
तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
therefore, having controlled all the senses and concentrating his mind, he should sit for meditation, devoting himself heart and soul to me. For he whose senses are under his control is known to have a stable mind.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते
The man dwelling on sense objects develops attachment for them. From attachment springs up desire, and from desire, unfulfilled desires that are unfulfilled ensures anger.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति
From anger arises delusion, from delusion, confusion of memory, from confusion of memory, loss of reason, and from loss of reason, one goes to complete ruin.
रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति
But the self controlled sadhaka, while enjoying the various sense objects through his senses, which are disciplined and free from likes and dislikes, attains placidity of mind.
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते
With the attainment of such placidity of mind, all his sorrows come to an end, and the intellect of such a person of tranquil mind, soon withdrawing itself from all sides, becomes firmly established in God.
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावयुतश्चान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
He who has not controlled his mind and senses can have no determinate intellect nor contemplation. Without contemplation, he can have no peace. And how can there be happiness for one lacking peace of mind?
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावमिवाम्भसि
As the wind carries away a boat upon the waters, even so of the senses moving among sense objects, the one to which the mind is attached takes away his discrimination.
तस्माद्यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
Therefore, Arjuna, he whose senses are completely restrained from their objects is said to have a stable mind.
या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमे यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः
That which is nigh to all beings in that state of divine knowledge and the supreme bliss, the God realized yogi keeps awake, and that the ever changing transient worldly happiness in which all beings keep awake is night to the seer.
अपूर्यमाणमचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत्कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी
As the waters of different rivers enter the ocean, which, though full of all sides, remains undisturbed, likewise, he in whom all enjoyments merge themselves without causing disturbance attains peace, not he who hankers after such enjoyments.
विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति.
He who has given up all desires and moves free from attachment, egoism, and thirst for enjoyment attains peace.
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति.
Arjuna, such is the state of the God realized soul. Having reached this state, he overcomes delusion and established in this state, even at the last moment, he attains Brahmic bliss.
ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः.
Thus, in the Upanishads sung by the Lord, the science of Brahma, the scripture of yoga, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna ends the second chapter entitled Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of knowledge.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಶಾರದೆ ದೇವಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರ ಪುರವಾಸಿನಿ ತ್ವಾಮಹಂ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥೆಯೇ ನಿತ್ಯಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾನಂಚ ದೇಹಿಮೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.